iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Scout Fantasy Show. ScoutFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Scout Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
Hey there, everybody. It's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards. Get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. I'm going to take a stab this week at doing a PGA DFS podcast. I know a lot of people do podcasts. I do one every day, but I don't do a golf one. But I think I'm going to do a golf one today. I'm inspired. I love PGA golf. I love playing golf. I wish I played as well as I hope to play. It's one of my goals in life is to be an excellent player. I'm working on it. Might take me the next 10 years. As I was sitting in a hospital bed last year, as many of you know, I said to myself, the two things I want to do in life, one, win the Fantasy Football World Championship, and two, get good at golf. Those are the things I really wanted to do. Those are on the bucket list. So without further ado, if I can't get good at real life golf, because I need to pay for really good clubs, which I have to do if I win a DFS thing here, I'm going to play well in PGA DFS. And it's the Fort Worth Invitational. I don't know. They change it every year. It was the Colonial, the Dina DeLuca, blah, blah, blah. It's in Fort Worth. Let's just call it the Fort Worth Invitational. All right. Next year, it'll be something else. It'll be the Jerry Jones Invitational. But this year, it's the Fort Worth Invitational. So golf is on its face one of the easiest DFS sports to play. All you have to do to make some money is to get 6 golfers who make the cut, and congratulations, you got a shot to cash. Seems pretty easy, right? It isn't. It really isn't. Because out of, let's say, 120, 130 golfers, about 70 make the cut. So right there, 50 guys are gone. And you don't make the cut, you have a good chance of losing. Then out of the 6 guys who make the cut, you better have the winner. If you don't have the winner, you're not going to be my rich friend. And then the other 5 guys better not suck. So last week, no joke, I had first place, second place, third place, ninth place, and then I had like 48 and 54th. I came in like 200 something on DraftKings. You can't have a 48th and a 54th. Ideally, I want 6 guys to not only make the cut, but I want them to make top 20. If they can't make top 20, I don't want them. A cut maker is good. You'll cash with cut makers, but a top 20 guy can make you my rich friend. And that's where you need to be. All right, in golf, there are ways to do this. There's stars and scrubs. You know, there's balanced approaches. There's different approaches. But this week, I think you have to have Jordan Spieth. I faded Jordan Spieth last week. I will not be fading him this week. I will be playing him. He's $11,700 on DraftKings. And if I have 20 lineups, I will have him on at least 10. I may have him on more, but I will have him on at least 50% of my lineups. He's from Texas. He loves this course. He's played this course 5 times. He's come in 2nd, 1st, 2nd, 14th, and 7th. That's what we call course history. It's undeniable. So last week he was at T21. He'll be fine. This is his course. He loves it. This is a guy that you have to play this week. If you're playing in a cash game and it doesn't start with Jordan Spieth, I think you're in trouble. Now, I'm going to give you some game theory. Let's say you decide to fade Jordan Spieth. That might be the dumbest move you ever made or brilliant. And here's why. Here's how it's dumb. Well, if Jordan Spieth wins, it was dumb. If Jordan Spieth doesn't make the cut, congratulations, 40% of people who have Jordan Spieth, they're not winning either. You just got rid of 40% of your competition. So game theory-wise, I have no problem with you fading Jordan Spieth. But if the guy comes in top 10, which he probably will, he's going to be worth his money. And I'm going to pay it. Okay? So that's why out of 20 teams, 10 will have Spieth, maybe 12, and then I'll go 8 without him. So if he doesn't play well, I still give myself 8 chances to do well. Jon Rahm played here last year, and he tore this course up. But This is a very straight and accurate course, which guys who are big booming drivers, when they hit their drivers off the tee, those guys don't usually do well here because you have to be supremely accurate. Rahm was out of his mind last year with his driver. He was out driving this course, which helped him come in second. That's very hard to replicate that. I don't think he will. He's not playing it up to par right now. If I'm on 20 teams, because I'm going to use 20 teams as the max entry because that's what I like playing on DK, I'll probably have him on 2. No more. I'd rather pay up for Spieth, and I don't think Rahm can drive the course again. But if he can, I'll put him on 10% of my rosters just in case. I'm not going to be on Justin Rose. I'm not going to be on Ricky Fowler. Webb Simpson, I like a lot. A lot. He's a great player. Playing really well. I tell you this, though. Webb won a tournament 2 weeks ago. I don't normally like guys who've won in the last 2 or 3 weeks. One of the hardest things to do is to win a golf tournament back-to-back weeks or twice in a month. It's very hard to do. Very hard to do. So I think Webb Simpson might be a good cash game play, but I don't think he wins this tournament. Aaron Wise, out of his mind last week. Fade. Fade, 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 fade. I don't play guys who won last week. Imagine this. You just won $1 million. Right? What am I doing? Going out drinking, hanging out with my girlfriend or my wife, having some booty for the next couple nights, drinking champagne out of the trophy. Whatever I'm doing, I'm not locked in on golf. Fade. Jimmy Walker, I'm probably fading. I may regret it, but I'm probably fading him. Got Lyme's disease. That doesn't mean he can't be a good player, but to do 4 good rounds of golf, not going to be easy. I'll fade at that price. At 9,500, fade. Matty Kuchar, in. So let me give you a precept of DFS. When a guy sucks last week, doesn't mean he's going to suck this week. Matt Kuchar killed everybody last week. He was cut last week, and he was the second most expensive golfer. Now people are like, Matt Kuchar's toxic. I don't want any part of him on my team. That's fine. I'll take Matt Kuchar. He's a cut-making machine, and he's a top 20 kind of guy. And at 9,300, that's where his value is. He's not a top 3 player, but he's a top 10 player. I'm good with that. Brooks Koepka's never played here before. I love Brooks Koepka. I wonder, though, he's going to have to channel his inner Jon Rahm and outdrive this course. Probably fade him for that reason. I like Adam Scott. There's an old adage, Aussies in Texas, they just do well with the heat, the wind. They're used to that kind of culture. I like Adam Scott this week. Patrick Cantlay, like him. Kid is accurate. Accurate. Maybe not the greatest putter, but supremely accurate. I'm in. Bryson DeChambeau. The form is good. The course history is bad. When that happens, I look at it and I put him on a couple of teams, probably 3 or 4, because I want to have a piece of him, but I'm not fully committed. Right? I'm committed to Spieth. I'm not committed to DeChambeau. So out of 20 teams, I'll put him on 4 just in case, but I'm not all in. Jason Duffner plays well every other year. Listen to this one. Cut came in second. 46 came in second. 43rd came in 6th. Cut. Every other year. It's like Brett Saberhagen for all you baseball guys. This could be Duffner's year. I'm in. Emiliano Grillo, in. Just a matter of time before this guy wins. Zach Johnson, in. Zach Johnson's won very few tournaments in his career, but 2 of them have been this one. In 2010, 2012, he knows how to win here. I'm in. Louis Oosthuizen, like him? Probably not in. Chesson Hadley, in. Xander Schauffele, in. Good young player. Steve Stricker, like him a lot too. Charlie Hoffman in that $7,900 range. Brian Harman in 78. I like that right there. I like Bo Hostler. So let's talk about Bo Hostler for a second. Bo Hostler was a member of Trinity Forest last week. Faded him. Everybody, oh, Bo Hostler, he's a member of the club. I'm in him. Fade. Now I'm in on him this week. Remember, he ruined everybody's life last week. Boom, I'm in on him this week. That's what you do in golf. That's what you do in DFS. Screw me last week. You're my best friend this week. Adam Hadwin, in. Very, very in on Hadwin. Chris Kirk, Ryan Palmer, Shez Reavie. I love that $7,600 thing. I think Hadwin's very, very chalky. I think Chris Kirk will be chalky. I think Ryan Palmer and Shez will slide under at low ownership. So let's talk about ownership for a second. I don't want too many guys who are highly owned. But chalk is okay. Last week, Mark Leishman was like 30% owned. Brandon Grace, 30% owned. They were good chalk. Where I differentiated last week is that I had Aaron Wise, who was like 6% owned. So I came in 280 something out of like 96,000 of my closest friends. You need to be a little contrarian. You don't have to be crazy contrarian. So instead of taking Hadwin, I might take Shez Reavie. Hadwin's ownership is going to be 22%. Shez Reavie is going to be about 6%. Boom. So if Shez does better than Hadwin, I win. Got to differentiate. Danny Lee, he's from the area, course horse, love him. JJ Spawn, good player. Kevin Tway. These are those guys in that $7,400 range. Like them. Some people I know like Andrew Landry. I'm not in on him, but I get it. As we move down in the $7,000 range, why do I need to go this low? Well, if I get the Spieths in my lineup, if I get the Rahms in my lineup, if I get the Ricky Fowlers in my lineup, I've got to get some cheap guys. So you need to have about 5 to 6 cheap guys at your disposal to move in and out. Bill Haas, Kevin Streelman, Sean O'Hare, Joel Dahman, JT Poston, Cody Gribble. These are names that I like in that $7,000 range. Then I'm going to have 1 or 2 guys in the really low range. Kelly Kraft, Ryan Blaum, Wesley Bryan. Because if I want to have a team with Spieth and Rahm up top, I need to get real cheap on the bottom. So I don't really love stars and scrubs in general because that scrub more often than not hurts you. But if I have to get Spieth in and I want to get another expensive guy in, I may need to get 2 cheap guys in. I would say this. The best roster that I could come up with this week is probably with Spieth as the one good player and not put 2. Sometimes I like to put 2. So let's see what I can come up with here. Please hold. Please continue to hold. All right, so DraftKings here. Let's see what I can come up with. I'm just going to put in a team here. So if I get Spieth and Rahm, I'm left with $27,000 for 4. So let me just get Wesley Bryan in, and I'll get Blom in. So now I'm at $14,100. I've got to get 2 cheaper guys in. So let's see. I'm going to get myself Cody Gribble, and I'll get myself Poston. So I could do a team that's Spieth, Rahm, and 4 guys, 7,000 or less. Do I feel good about this team? No, not at all. Now, Spieth may come in first. Rahm may come in second. That might actually happen. But those other 4 guys, 3 of them probably won't make the cut. Too risky. Might I do that for 1 or 2 teams? Sure. Would I do that for more than that? Probably not. What I much rather do is take Spieth, right? And then I'll throw in, let's say, Stricker, Harman, Hadwin, Kirk, and let's see, I'm going to get Tway. So I'm Spieth, and then I've got 4 guys in that $7,000 range. I think I'd rather do that because I think these 6 guys could all make the cut. The other one, I get Rahm and Spieth, but I get 4 guys who are risky. Here I get Spieth, and then I get 5 guys who are solid as a rock. Now, let's say I decide to fade Spieth. What would I do differently here? Well, I probably get myself a little bit of Kuchar. I get rid of these two guys, and let's see what I could do here. Yep. All right, so watch. I could now do, if I wanted to do this, Kuchar, Cantlay, Stricker, Harman, Hadwin, Hadley. That's good. That's a lineup that you do when you fade Spieth. So 3 ways to approach it. Spieth, Rahm, and Scrubs. Spieth and guys in the 7,000 range. And then fade Spieth altogether and try to hope that you can get other guys to make it. I just don't know if you can fade Spieth this week. It's probably not a good life decision. But there you have it. And where can you get all this information? ScoutDFS.com for the best information in DFS. Go find it there, ScoutDFS.com. But right now it's time to put away the insurance cards, put away the copay. The office is closed, my friends. If you're playing the Fort Worth Invitational, I wish you much luck and success, and I hope you're my rich friend. This is Dr. Roto saying be well, take care.
Thanks for listening to the Scout Fantasy Show. There's never been a better time to join the Scout Army. Visit scoutfantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO for 2 months free. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time. Go Scouts!